Hello, this is Vicky from the Spellbound Bead Company, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this quick and simple crystal bicone bracelet. So for this bracelet you're going to need 47 assorted crystal bicones. It's a great way to use up your odds and ends. You can also use some of our other crystals that we got. So we've got a range of Chinese crystals that would work equally well for this bracelet. I've got 25 centimetres, which is approximately 10 inches of tiger tail thread. I've got some French crimps. I've got a clasp. So this time round I'm using a small lobster clasp and a 5mm jump ring. And I've also got a couple of oval jump rings to connect them to the bracelet. So this one's a nice quick one. So let me get started. And we're going to start by just opening the oval jump ring with 2 pairs of pliers here. So I've got a pair of round ones and a pair of flat ones, and we're just going to twist this open, take the second one off, and then we're just going to make sure this is nice and tightly closed so that nothing can slip out of the end. So you can just hear a little click when the 2 sides catch, and that's what we need to hear. So what we'll do is we'll put a crimp onto the end of the wire. We'll go through the jump ring and we'll fold the end over and go back through the crimp a second time, like so. Okay, and then with our flat nose pliers, we're just going to squeeze that crimp nice and flat so that we've got a little loop of the tiger tail with the jump ring caught in it. Don't make this too tight because you do need that ring to be able to move to make it nice and easy to get on and off. So just bear that in mind as you're doing it. And then this is a really complicated one. We're just going to pick up the crystals in a random order on the end of the tiger tail. These first couple we're going to slide down, and we're going to make sure that this end of the tiger tail that's sticking out sits inside that first couple of crystals, and that'll just make sure there's no sharp edges to catch while you're wearing the bracelet. Of course, you could also make this longer and wear it as an anklet if you prefer to wear it as an anklet. You could make a whole range of them in different colours, make a stack of bracelets. You could do them in different sizes. You could use a smaller crystal, so you could use a 3mm bicone. That would make it really dainty. You could use a 6mm bicone and make it a bit more of a chunky statement piece, depending on what you're aiming for. You could do stripes. You could do dots. You could use a mix of different sizes. If you've got odds and ends from some of your favourite jewellery that's broken, bits that you don't want to throw away, things like that, that's great for this sort of bracelet. You can put a little drop on it if you wanted to, just to give you a bit of variation in texture, and lots of different things you can do depending on what you're doing. Okay, so that's the whole length of the bracelet threaded up. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop it down, and I'm just going to make sure that this jump ring's closed like the one at the other end was. I should have done that before I started, but I was eager to get to the crystal. So we'll just close that up again, and then we'll pick up a crimp bead. We'll pick up the oval jump ring, and then we will go, whoops, down and just make sure the oval jump ring's sitting out the way, and we'll go back through the crimp, and we'll just also go through the last couple of crystal bicones that we threaded as well. You just want to go through 1 or 2 and just poke it through there. So it's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but just take your time and it'll come through. Okay, and pull that through. Now, the trick you need to bear in mind here is that you need the bracelet to be bracelet shaped when you put it on. So you need to leave a little bit of room between the beads so that they can form this nice circular wrist shape. So just make sure you can do that. Don't have it all in a straight line and pull it up really tight, because what you'll find is that your beads will actually crack as you push them against one another. So again, we've got a nice small little loop there. Squeeze that flat with your pliers, one firm press with the pliers, and then get your scissors, pair of old scissors or a pair of wire cutters for cutting tiger tails, absolutely fine, and just push that in and just nick off the end. Make sure that this end, if it's there, isn't sitting out, so it's not going to catch against your wrist. And then we're just going to add the clasp. So to do that, we're just going to, again, open this jump ring on the end. You can add the clasp at the same time as you're adding the jump ring, but it just gets in the way a little bit while you're threading. So if you can do it at the end, then that's the easiest way to do it. So through the ring on the end of the clasp and fold that back up. And again, if you want to make this adjustable, you can use a little extension chain on the end. You can use a variety of different clasps. We don't generally recommend magnetic clasps on bracelets because as you're going in and out of sleeves of cardigans and coats and that sort of thing, or I found one of mine hanging off a shopping trolley once, so that's something to bear in mind. So, but any other sort of clasp on a bracelet is super easy. So there we go. That's a crystal bicone simple summer bracelet.